Hey everybody, what's up? And in this video, I'm going to be reading you all the story of Harry Potter. So let's begin. The end. So what you all just saw was my latest Lego Harry Potter display, which features basically the entire story of Harry Potter. I wanted to set up the display so that from left to right it would show the entire story chronologically, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It's definitely one of my favorites. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at it. So here I am in my Lego Harry Potter display, and basically what I've done is something that I've been wanting to do in this display for a while, and I figured now was a good time. And this is basically the trail of Harry's story, of the Harry Potter franchise. So we start down here with Harry and Hagrid, and then we go to the next Harry, which is Philosopher's Stone. Then we go to the next Harry, which is Chamber of Secrets. The next Harry, which is Prisoner of Azkaban. The next Harry, which is Goblet of Fire. Then we move on to Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and end right down here with Harry sacrificing himself, giving himself into Voldemort for Deathly Hallows. And obviously this was just something I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to call this display the Seven Potters, but then I added in this one right here. I feel like it kind of just started the journey well, so I guess there's 8 Potters here. So you'll see we start with Hagrid and Harry down there, and I'm just going to show you some of the details. And the cool thing here is that this whole display is chronological. Usually a lot of people give me crap because I'll do a video from, say I'll do like a display from Deathly Hallows, and people will say, oh, why is Cedric in there? He's dead. And usually it doesn't matter. I just like filling in the space. This time it is all chronological, so everything should be accurate for you guys here. So basically what that means is down here, this is Sorcerer's Stone, obviously. As you can see here, we have Harry, and he is, touching Quirrell's face for Voldemort, where Quirrell has that second face there. And you see it's coming apart just like so. So everything around Harry is also from that same series, from Philosopher's Stone. So we've got Ron down there playing some wizard's chess. If we go back here, you'll see the sorting ceremony where McGonagall has the sorting hat back there. Also back here we have Dumbledore with the Mirror of Erised there. Pretty cool, Snape's watching Harry. And next we move on to the Chamber of Secrets. So here we have Harry, and he has Fawkes there, saving him from the Chamber of Secrets. You'll see Ginny is laying down there, and the diary is down there as well. Pretty cool stuff. And other scenes to go along with this. Personally, one of my favorites back here that I made in Lego. This is the Polyjuice Potion. So you can see that Ron and Hermione are down there, and Hermione's potion didn't work. As you can see, she's turned into the cat there. That's just using a Chima headpiece there with the tail. We've got Dobby in the back here holding on a sock, which is pretty cool. We've got Neville practicing with the Boggarts, and that actually leads us into the next display, which is Prisoner of Azkaban. This one's one of my favorites in this display, actually. This one looks really good. You can see we have Harry, and he is casting the Patronus to get the Dementor off there. Man, that looks so good. I really like how that looks. I will say one thing that will make the 2010 and 2011 wands so much better is that you can attach stuff to them, and I think that's a really important thing with Lego. Obviously they don't look as good, but you can attach the stuff, which is kind of important. Other cool things from this book, we have Lupin down there with some chocolate. This is Hermione with a pumpkin, which obviously has to do with the Buckbeak scene. And there's Trelawney with the Grim down there in her teacup. And next we're going to move on to Goblet of Fire, where you can see we have Harry and Voldemort dueling it out in the graveyard there. And you'll see the wand streams are clashing obviously in the back here. It's going to be a little hard to see. Maybe not. Here's Peter Pettigrew with the younger version of Voldemort, I guess. Or the more, what's the word? With the weaker version of Voldemort there. You know, just so they can do the spell. And I do have a bunch of other cool stuff going on with Goblet of Fire. I mean, obviously you can see Cedric's body's on the ground by the cup, but I do have a whole Yule Ball setup going on out here, where you'll see, you know, it's pretty much all the stuff from the sets. You know, we've got Ron down there. Here's Hermione and Victor Crumb, which is pretty cool. We've got Cho Chang with her date Cedric in the back there. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there. Next we move on to Order of the Phoenix. And I wanted to recreate a scene that I have never done before in LEGO. So what I've got right here is I've got Harry down here, and you can see he looks very, very scared, very upset, and that is because we've got Bellatrix, and she is actually in the process right now of killing Sirius Black. So you'll see the wand stream goes there, and Sirius is actually in the air, flying as he's being shot. I guess it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but this turned out really cool, especially because when you look at it from like a lower angle, just like this, you can really just see Sirius is hanging in the air there. He's obviously connected by the wand stream, but I think that just looks so good. And this is a scene, like I said, I've never done in LEGO. Now that I have the Sirius, I wanted to make it. Sirius's death was my personal, like, I guess least favorite by the fact that, like, I loved Sirius. Like, I remember crying after I read that in the books, so figured it was good to include that. We've also got Nagini down here attacking Arthur Weasley, which is the whole reason that, you know, Harry goes to the Ministry in the first place in this one. So next up for Half-Blood Prince, another one where I have never done in LEGO. This is Harry, and he is having Dumbledore drink the potion so they can get to the Horcrux that is in the cave. So that's what this is representing. And, you know, I just wanted to do something different here. You know, another Dumbledore scene than just killing Dumbledore, which is pretty cool. In the back there is Ron. He's all happy with his broom because this is obviously the year he plays Quidditch. Then in the back, there's Malfoy with the Vanishing Cabinet. That is a custom Vanishing Cabinet that I made as a mock there that actually works, which is pretty cool. Then out here, this is something from Order of the Phoenix, actually, so we're going back a book, but it kind of all lines up as so. I've got Luna down there with the Thestral, which is pretty cool. Then down here, back to Half-Blood Prince stuff, we've got just a whole bunch of Death Eaters battling the Teachers at Hogwarts, you know, obviously because Malfoy let them all in. And that kind of leads us into the Battle of Hogwarts, where I have Harry sacrificing himself to Voldemort. And that obviously, you know, he approaches Voldemort there. That is a pretty important scene in the final book. And if we just take a look there, Harry has the golden snitch in his hand, which is, you know, obviously his gift from Dumbledore and the will, if you will. And then down here we have Hermione and Ron stabbing the Horcrux cup down there with the basilisk. And yeah, that's really all there is to see with this display, but man, it's just really cool. I think this really turned out looking a lot nicer than I expected it to. I just really like the way you're kind of reading the books as you're going through the display, you know, because you start down here with the first book and then you go left to right, and it just takes you to, you know, the whole story. And yeah, I just really like this. This is something I really like with the display. And honestly, a scene like this where I can display everything both correctly and, you know, without excluding everything, because I'm using all my Harry Potter minifigs here, is just really awesome. You know, this would be, if I was ever to present this display, this setup at a LEGO convention, this would be the kind of stuff I'd have going on in it. Something that tells the story, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's really it for this display. I think it turned out so good. And there you have it. That is a look at my latest LEGO Harry Potter setup in my Harry Potter display. And like I mentioned, this is honestly one of my favorites. This is such a cool display. I'm very happy with the way this one turned out. And I guess one more thing I should mention in this video is that it was a little harder to get the later displays done. So like from Order of the Phoenix on, just because we don't have new sets from those waves, so there was a lot less minifigures and stuff to do. And obviously there are some Order of the Phoenix sets coming in the summer wave of LEGO 2020 sets, but obviously I don't have them yet because I live in the United States. And if you want to know, you know, the reason why LEGO is releasing the sets staggered, or why I think so at least, you can check out this whole video I did on it. It's pretty cool. But that's going to be it for this video though. So thank you all so much for taking the time to watch it. I really appreciate it. I really hope you all liked the Harry Potter display. And I'll talk to you all again in my next video.